It's Tracy and Noel. They're gonna make you LOL on 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk.
Hello, and welcome to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. I'm your host, comedian Tracy Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, comedian Noel W. Herzog.
I really like this.
I do it for you.
You do it for the gram.
We're here to talk about Before the 90 Days, Season 5, Episode 10. Is that true?
No, I feel like it's episode 15, but
why did I write down 10?
I don't know if it's 15. I just said that.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say I don't know.
I feel like that sounds about right. Episode 10. But I also do feel like we're closer to the finale than we realize. It feels finale-ish coming up.
Right. Yeah, that is correct. Episode 10. I
Yeah.
wrote down the true story.
Because I don't think that we've been recapping it for that long.
No, I guess not. It feels like forever. Last week we recapped the tell-all.
The single life tell-all.
I had a good time.
I got to tell you, I had a good time. That was a good watch. That was a fun watch.
Definitely a fun watch. But today we're not going to do that. Today we're back to the grind.
We're back to the grind of Before the 90 Days.
Yeah. But if you guys want to catch up on every single episode of the Single Life Trash Talk, that's available on Patreon at patreon.com/trash talk podcast. Go over there and do the stuff.
Do the stuff.
All right. Let's I guess we'll just jump in.
Let's go.
All right. Usman and Kim.
I'm glad that they're back at least because I like watching them.
Oh, I thought you meant like they're back together. So he's laying in bed. He has his fake Louis Vuitton phone cover.
He's got a lot of fake Louis Vuitton. He likes Louis.
What's up with like these fake? I don't understand. Like people that are not from America love these like fake designer things.
So sometimes I wonder, do they know this is like a fake designer
Like,
thing?
do they know that Louis Vuitton doesn't make plastic phone cases?
No, right. That's the thing. They don't know that.
Is there a big Canal Street somewhere?
I would visit it.
I think that's what it is. So Kimberly said that it is a major victory that he had moved into her room the night before.
Victory. This is what, dream big.
She said, quote, "At least you're holding my hand again." But he won't even kiss her.
Okay, I can't believe. I didn't realize this is day 8, and they still have not kissed. Like that's a long time without.
There's been like one episode per day.
Yes.
So here's the thing. He's controlling her.
Absolutely, but does he like her?
No.
You don't think so at all?
No.
Okay.
Kim isn't seeing the red flags either.
No, she can't.
So she
thinks that she pushes him enough, he'll just give in.
Yeah. She starts talking about her son.
Mm-hmm.
And, obviously when they talk about her son, things get very heated, hot and heavy.
But what does he have to do with this?
I don't know. I mean, the fact that she had brought him up during a very intimate conversation was the weirdest thing in the world.
Right. Like my son's going to fuck you up if you don't sleep with me.
Yeah. Like, oh my God.
Like, what?
So he said that they can have sex that night because.
Okay. But why do you have to say it?
Okay. Because he doesn't want to get cut off.
No, but I mean, like, it can't just happen.
No, because he has to tell her so that she's very, very, very excited all day. Because he likes to see how grateful she is and how loyal she is. This is a game.
I can't deal with the whole anticipation and knowing. It would make me want to do the opposite.
Well, she is giddy, and he says to her, quote, "Make sure that your body is strong."
Well, yeah, of course, because he wants to do the hard one. He said that he's going to do it the African way.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Okay.
So she said, "I love you." And he said, "I know." So now
that's good.
They're going to call Jamal.
Okay.
He made me laugh all the way.
Jamal is very good looking.
No, Usman, when he was like, "Let me see my son."
Oh, that was very funny because that's you.
That is me. Jamal is so cute.
I know. I'm looking at him. I'm like, he is extremely good looking.
He's ridiculously good looking.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Listen, man, I don't trust you, but like, I don't know. What am I going to say?"
Mom likes you.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know about the age difference, but we're cool. Okay.
Yeah. So he's like, "What do you like about my mom?" And he's like, "I like that she's loyal. I like that she doesn't care about groupies. I like that she does what I say." He's like, oh, good.
He's like, oh, okay, good. My mom is your assistant.
Yeah. And she's like, tell him that you think I'm beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Well, because he told Jamal, like, well, it's not about looks with your mom.
What a dream.
Right? I'm just with your mom because it's not about looks. Sounds so good.
One day I will be so lucky.
Hopefully.
To pressure a man into proposing to me. And then him saying, fine, it's not about looks.
I can't wait till he tells your son that.
Oh, man, me too. I want to see my son. So they talk about the age difference and
right.
They're going to do African way sex.
Right.
So apparently,
go hard.
Yeah, he's going to wear his pink sunglasses and his nameplate with bubble letters.
Outside of his robe, no less.
I like this. And then he gets on top of her and he says that she's his girlfriend. And she says, quote, I made it.
Yeah. To her, she's famous now. She is with Michael Jackson now in her mind.
That's true. Oh God, Noelle, it's so true.
Yeah.
We forget about this.
Yeah. She is on the show Fanatic. Like you said, that's it. She is married to Michael Jackson now.
Oh my God. I totally.
What did he mean when he's like, have you ever felt sex in your throat? I don't want to know.
Okay. We're going to pass on that one.
Okay.
If you guys want to know, I'm sure someone in the 90-day group on Facebook will tell you.
Tell us, but don't say the words. You're going to get banned. You're going to have to like be crafty when you say it.
Code word it. That does not sound comfortable, but the robe looks comfortable. Kim's little nightie looks comfortable. And I have clothing that fits me like a glove. I really do. I have like things that I always put on because it looks good and it feels good. And I don't have to break them in. And let me tell you, for Third Love, that's the 24/7 classic t-shirt bra. I love Third Love. Noelle, you have a bunch of stuff from Third Love.
I was just going to tell you, I got a bunch of stuff at the pajamas, Tracy. It was like a camisole and shorts.
Oh, they're so
cutest
cute.
thing. So comfortable. I could just sleep in them every night.
Me too. Well, I love the 24/7 t-shirt bra because it's designed to fit and form to your body because every detail has been made with ultimate comfort in mind. So it's ultra thin memory foam cups. Give your boobs everyday comfort and support. They have luxe straps that never slip and it's so smoothing. It looks like it's invisible no matter what you wear. It's available in cups A through I, including Third Love's exclusive half cups. Did you know about that?
No.
I love the shopping experience on Third Love. They have so many great bras and underwear. I have the cutest pair of panties that's all lace in the back. Did you get those?
Too, they're black. Yep.
I love them. Third Love does comfort so you can do you. Bras made by women for women to fit, feel, and look great. Their bras, underwear, activewear, and feel good all day wear are designed to hug better, hold stronger, and support longer. Third Love obsesses over each stitch so you can feel comfortable and confident 24/7. And your bra size changes throughout your life. So
my bra size has changed so many times.
Yeah. So check it out. Love your fit guaranteed. If not, exchanges and returns are free for 60 days. Feeling is believing. Give your boobs the 24/7 comfort and support they deserve. Upgrade your bra today and get 20% off your first order today at thirdlove.com/fiance. That's 20% off at thirdlove.com/fiance. Everything will be in the show notes.
As usual.
Okay, let's move on to Memphis and Hamza.
Yuck.
So a lot of people that watched this very early on Sunday said that there was the same scenes from last week. So what's going on with the editing?
What they did with Caleb and Alina, right?
But when I watched.
Really? Because when I started watching it this morning, that didn't happen to me.
Yeah, maybe it was super early.
Yeah.
All right, so Hamza is going to a wedding clothing store with his mom.
Very cute.
And he was saying that he got nervous with the prenup.
I think he just doesn't really understand it, maybe.
Yeah, of course. So he picks out this blue suit. Mm-hmm. I like these suits.
So do I. I would be very hot, but
I would be very
nice.
hot. But also I'd be hot in a regular American suit too.
That's true. You'd be hot in a dress.
I would be. I'd be hot in a sundress. So he thinks that she's very dramatic. And his mom is like kind of throwing shade at her a little bit. she's like, she yells at you and she's not even your wife. What do you think it's going to be like when you get married?
But she's not wrong.
Well, his mom is mad about the prenup and asks why he's in such a hurry to marry her.
Well, he's in such a hurry, I think, just because she is. I don't really know, but none of this makes sense because, like, do they even like each other?
I don't think so, but I thought he needed to get to America to make money.
But does he though, or did she tell him that?
Well, because remember he was
more
supposed
on her end.
Yeah, but he wanted to go because he needed to make money because his mom can't make any money.
No, I know. I just feel like this is more her than him. Like it's more her dream.
Did you notice she went into the fridge? There's no light in the fridge.
No, I just noticed her orange soda.
Yes. So she calls her sister Ingrid and she talks about diarrhea again.
Okay. Thank you for letting us know you accidentally drank the water. Thank you.
So she tells Ingrid that he lied about his age. And Ingrid's like, well, are you telling him everything? And she's like, yeah, why? And he's like, why are we pretending to have a secret?
But there is no secret. She's like, oh, well, I stayed at my ex's house, but we were never intimate since we got divorced. So then what does it matter?
You had a sleepover. So she needs to tell him immediately. So she rushes to the roof to tell him.
Right.
And she's like, I need your translator. Did you notice where he was keeping his phone?
No, where was he?
It was on the ledge of the building.
I didn't even notice that. I was more like, I can't believe you're worried about marrying someone that you can't speak to without a translator.
She needs to marry him right now.
Right now.
She needs to plan everything. And Noelle, I've always been a big fan of planning ahead, scheduling trips months in advance, plotting out my next career move, figuring out what I'm doing for dinner while I'm still eating breakfast. But I never thought that much about planning for kids.
Me neither.
We're supposed to go to the OBGYN once a year for our annual checkups, but checking in with our fertility isn't usually a thing until we're ready for kids. That's why Modern Fertility was created. It's an easy and affordable way to test your fertility hormones at home with a simple finger prick. Mail it in with a prepaid label and you'll get your personalized results within 10 days. You'll get insight into your hormone levels, your ovarian reserve, aka how many eggs you have compared to other women your age, and other important fertility factors. The results go deep into what every hormone means, and you can also talk one-on-one with a fertility nurse to review your results and options for next steps. Modern Fertility is great. Yeah, it's super easy to use. You do it right at home. Traditional testing with a doctor can cost over $1,000, but Modern Fertility gets you the same information at $159, just a fraction of the price. And if you go to modernfertility.com/fiance, you can get $20 off your test. And also, if you have an HSA or FSA, you can put those dollars towards Modern Fertility. Right now, Modern Fertility is offering our listeners $20 off the test when you go to modernfertility.com/fiance. That means your test will cost $139 instead of the hundreds or thousands it could cost at a doctor's office. Get $20 off your fertility test when you go to modernfertility.com/fiance, modernfertility.com/fiance, and that will also be in the show notes.
All right.
All right. Speaking of Modern Fertility, let's talk about Gino and Jasmine.
All right.
So she's gone to another room.
Okay.
The entire episode. Have you noticed something?
Her butt?
All they do is follow her from behind. They're interviewing her and they're just zooming in on her butt cheeks.
I know. It's so. Also, is there anybody else on this island?
No, they just follow. It's just her butt, and the cameraman.
And Gino and his head.
And Gino's head. So she goes to get a drink on the beach. Now, I'm going to tell you what my issue is with this.
What?
She's mad for the wrong reason.
What do you mean?
She's not really mad that he was like creepy and sent those pictures. She is mad because she thinks he's in love with his ex.
Yeah. She's mad that he's talking to his ex.
Right. Instead of being like mad that he's like,
he has like revenge porn.
Right.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's so weird. And it's sad because you could see that really is just a trigger for her. That's all she cares about.
I know.
Is like a guy. I mean, obviously, I'm sure she's been cheated on before, but it's like nothing else really matters. It just matters that he's not talking to other women.
Right. So Gino is sitting on the bed and they're trying to imply that he's been drinking by zooming in on all the wine bottles.
Right.
And then they do a close up of his toe while he's talking.
Yeah, I don't know why. What was the point of this?
I don't know. He had
Also,
a little boo-boo.
He also doesn't speak really.
What's he gonna say?
Sorry.
Yeah, that's what he said.
I don't know. I could talk myself out of that. You could talk yourself out of that.
Sure, but he's not really, So
talker.
she's mad at the other girl. She's calling the other girl a whore, a hooker, and it's like,
oh my God, she calls the girl some gnarly things.
And it's like,
she didn't have to send it to you. She didn't have to tell you.
So she calls Linda. She's yelling on the phone.
She's drunk.
This cameraman is following her from behind for miles.
Yeah, he's like, I love my job.
And she's like, I'm gonna put on a cover up. He's like, no, you're good.
Yeah, you're fine. It's hot out here.
So she goes to Gino's room. She tells Gino she's gonna sue him. And he's like,
interesting.
He's like, they weren't nude pictures, they were just topless.
Right. But he's like, sure, they were topless, but you don't see your breasts. What does that mean?
I don't know.
So what do I see? Your neck?
She takes his hat off. And he calmly gets another hat from his backpack.
But the look on his face when she took his hat off was
very
one
good.
of fury.
She calls him trash.
What was that though?
What do you
was
mean?
that? The back of his head.
That's where his hair grows.
But why does he have just like a ducktail and no other hair?
It's just a soul patch.
It's like those guys that are balding and they can't accept it.
Yeah, well, that's what he is.
That's very sad.
He has a smirk on his face, though.
Yeah, he does.
So he's like, why would I be in love with her? I broke up with my ex. So then she threatens to publish his tiny DP.
And that was very funny.
It was very funny. And he's like, well, actually, if it's tit for tat, can you just send it to your ex? Which is pretty funny. She tries to hit him and the crew gets involved. And then they're like, all right, well, off to the races. And they start following her butt again.
And
then in the next scene, they show the local birds.
They did show the local birds. They like to show the local animals very often.
And Gino says, quote, I think I lost her.
You think?
He's crying. Now, Jasmine puts a dress over her butt. Is this the cutest dress you've ever seen?
Okay. So I first of all, she looks amazing.
Yeah.
In this dress.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to look like this and wear this dress.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
It's so cute. She can't find her purse. So she goes into the hotel room and he's sitting on the porch with her pillow.
Right. He's a strange guy.
So she sits, he apologizes. She also has like a flower in her hair. Like she's going to be like, I thought we were just
with flowers in her hair. Oh, shake it, shake it, shake it.
But like, I thought we were in distress.
I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. She seems drunk again.
I think those are her wine bottles.
Yeah, I think she's a little bit of a wino.
So he wants another chance and then they hug and they cry and they hug and they cry.
But it's like, I don't know. I am a firm believer. Like if you're going to just be in a toxic relationship where you make up and break up, why go through the energy of the breaking up if you're just going to take them back? If it's just going to take him apologizing.
Because she wants
never going to learn his lesson either.
Yeah, but she wants him to like suffer.
Yeah, but she didn't make him suffer enough. That's my problem.
She definitely did not make him suffer enough.
Yeah.
Noelle, I haven't had a moment to myself, but when I am able to grab a moment to myself, I make the most of it by playing Best Fiends. Noelle,
I love Best Fiends.
I know you've been playing too. We're playing like fiends. We're playing between podcasts. We're playing when I'm in the bathtub mostly.
Me too. Or I'm just like up at night, just playing all night.
I love how satisfying it is to lose track of time when I'm just like on a winning streak.
Yes.
And I'm like in the bathtub for 4 hours and I'm like, oh, sorry.
You're like, oh, I need to put the hot water back on.
It does. It gets a little chilly in there.
I know.
I do. I love playing the game and I'm not like really usually one for video games.
Well, that's what surprises me. You were like, I'm hooked.
I know. Best Fiends is a mobile puzzle game that anyone can download and play, whether you have a few minutes or a few hours. Best Fiends is the perfect puzzle game to lose yourself in because you're having so much fun. The game features tons of cute characters that help you solve thousands of fun puzzles. The more you play, the more characters you collect, and the more you win, the more challenges you face. New characters and challenging puzzles are added all the time, and there are tons of fun events where you can win huge rewards in game. With thousands of levels, you literally can play as long as you want and never get bored. Trust me on that.
No, you're absolutely right, though. I can't tell you how many hours I've played when I've gone to visit my mom on the airplane, too.
Right? Download Best Fiends free today on the App Store or Google Play. That's friends without the R, Best Fiends. And you can find that in the show notes as well.
All right.
Speaking of a long plane ride, let's talk about Mike and Ximena.
Okay.
All right. So he's home. He's trying to be neater. So he organized his coin collection in the attic.
I was going to say his room's in the attic, right? Okay.
Yes. And there's also the roof is also leaking.
Okay. There's leaks all over the ceiling.
Yeah. It's not great. So he's getting married in Colombia next month.
Right.
Why does he think this is neater? There's everything he owns is on top of this dresser.
He thinks if it's like, again, this is what we did as teenagers. If it's stacked neatly,
I can't
then
take
it's
it.
Clean. No, I mean, I don't feel this way now.
I can't take it.
I know.
She's been very standoffish, Ximena. So he's going to go there last minute. So he goes downstairs to talk to his dad and his grandpa in between pancake chips.
I love these two, Papa and Daddy.
They're great. So she wants boobs and lipo and she wants him to pay.
Yeah, no.
And ever since he said no, she's not really happy.
Interesting how that works, but like she's not after his money or anything, you know?
And his dad's like, oh, do you give her any money? He's like, I pay half the rent, the whole rent.
All the rent, all the bills too.
Come on. Of course he pays everything.
Yeah,
and
of course.
His dad said, stop. And he says, quote, I'm positive things will work out for the best.
It's also hard when you're in that type of situation because you're like, she has kids.
Right.
But and you're paying her rent.
Yeah. Well, grandpa tries to tell them, but he doesn't want to hear it.
Grandpa tries to tell him basically like, I was a PIMP.
Yup.
Before I met grandma.
I know.
Oh, that was funny. He's cute.
All right. Well, he flies to Colombia and he lands. She does not come to pick him up at the airport. But
that's terrible.
But did they have plans for her to pick him up at the airport? You know what I'm saying? Like, did she not show up?
Right. Did she even know that he was really coming?
I guess so.
I don't know.
But she said that she's not in love anymore. He's too clingy. And he comes to the house, he steps in poop and he rubs it all over the carpet.
I can't take this. Would make me not be in love with him ever.
Why don't you take your shoes off?
Why don't you take your shoes off? Why are you gross? You are gross. Listen, and there are girls that like that or don't care. She is not one of them.
No. So her sister sits there silently and just watches them talk.
But also, she wants a breast job and a tummy tuck because she has to be a model. That's the only way she can make money.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
I've heard this before.
Yeah.
So he said that he came to meet her family.
Right. Okay.
What?
But didn't they already meet that? Also, we didn't see her parents at all.
No, because he's only there. Like, I mean, came like in the middle of the night. She didn't want him to come until she had her boobs and tummy tuck. And he said no.
She had to cancel.
So she borrowed money from a loan shark. And then she's making a ton of good decisions.
But that's what I was saying. You borrow the money from a loan shark because you have to model so much?
She has to model. And she's mad because she had to cancel the surgery because he was coming. I don't believe that.
None of this makes sense.
None of it's true. She's trying to say that so that he gives her the money.
She never made it. Right. Because so this way he could be like, you pay the loan shark back.
Right.
I'll pay you the money.
Sure. So she's mad because she can't get the surgery because he's there. And she's just annoyed that he's there in general because she wants to go to the club.
Yeah, she doesn't want to be with him.
So he's trying to wake her up the next morning. And
she will not get up.
Well, one of the kids is just laying in the poop rug.
Okay, but also she wakes up with a glass of milk.
I don't know. So he's sitting there working from home, right? And he said that he left the club at 12 and she stayed out till 9 a.m. So Why did you ask when she came home? If she came home at 9 a.m., weren't you up working?
Okay, Tracy, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. You know when she came home. He asked why so late. She said she was drinking. He asked if she was with men.
She says that it's just normal in Colombia to stay out till 9 or 10 a.m.
Okay, but you know what the thing is? What she described was definitely things that we did in our youth. You went to the club.
Yeah.
You stayed out all night. You went to the diner. And then you got home at like 5, 6 o'clock. This was not an everyday thing.
Well,
we didn't have kids.
That's how she's making it. Right. And she's like, I don't know what they do in America.
Yes, it's like a cultural thing. That's the problem.
Yeah. That's what it is.
He was upset he had to sleep alone. So he puts on an outfit to entice her. He puts on this sexy black tank top and rosaries.
He lets us know he's from Queens, New York.
I mean, he's trying to entice her. I think he's trying to look like the gangbangers. Yeah, that she likes.
You know, I did not realize that, and you're absolutely right.
He's a bad boy now.
Black tank top and this rosary beads, and it's like, really? Where's the teardrop tattoo?
Oh God! So he was like, "Okay, you explained yourself," and she's annoyed that he even asked where she was going or what she was doing, because she said that the fact that you asked, she hates him.
She hates him. She doesn't want to be. She's mad that he's there.
Yes.
She wants him to just send her money. She can get boobs, and then she never has to talk to him again.
Exactly. So let's talk about Ella and Johnny.
No.
All right. So she wants to fly to Dubai. This makes no sense.
Okay. What about it doesn't make sense?
Okay. So the plan was that he was going to fly to Dubai and quarantine there, because you can't fly from China to America.
Right.
So he was going to quarantine there, and then he was going to fly to her hometown from there.
Right.
He's afraid of COVID, so he doesn't want to go anywhere.
Right.
She still wants him to go to Dubai. And he's like, right, but I'm still afraid to travel. It's still traveling that I'm afraid of.
So my question is, this is why I'm confused. Does she want him to go to Dubai and then America afterwards, or back to China?
Back to China.
That's what I'm confused about.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's saying like this is the least he could do. So she puts $1,100 on her credit card and says, I hope he wants to go.
Yeah, he's not gonna go. I hope you got a refundable ticket.
Well, she puts a tablecloth on her head to video chat with him. And she's
why
like,
does she do this?
Do you notice anything different about me? I mean, not really.
She's not very likable.
You seem off. That's the same though. That's not different.
I mean, she always has to dress up. Why?
But she doesn't.
She wants
really,
to show
though.
like, look, I'm going to wear this in Dubai.
Right. Well, he said that he will have to. So he'll go to Dubai, right? He'll have to be there for 2 weeks, and then he has to quarantine in China for 5 weeks.
I would absolutely not go to Dubai.
So he said that he wants to wait until he won't have to quarantine for 5 weeks. And she thinks that he's avoiding her.
Yeah.
But she wants to meet now because if she doesn't, then quote, I'm going to start looking at other options, like an open relationship.
Here's the thing. She is so selfish, and she has no
desperate.
self-esteem.
No.
Where she's like, I have to do it right now. And it's like, if I was him, I'd be like, no, thank you. He's going to have to quarantine 7 weeks total.
Yeah, that's crazy. So she said
2 weeks with her.
She's almost 30 and she can't keep waiting, and she's crying and crying and crying.
Yeah, she can't keep. I mean, I'm almost 30. Shut up.
Oh my God. Well, back over in China, Johnny gets attacked by Wang from behind.
Yes, he does. Wangs him.
And Wang's like, why don't you wait a while? And he's like, no, I'm afraid she'll meet other guys. He's like, all right, then go.
Right. What advice does he give? He was like, oh, I think you should stay. Oh, I think you should go.
Okay. We're moving on to Ben and Mahogany. I don't understand.
Listen, if there was any part of the show that was worth watching, though, I'm guessing that this was it.
Okay. So she's at the restaurant. They close at 11. She shows up.
Right.
She is an actress that speaks English. She does not even have an accent.
Okay, so that's what I wanted to talk to you about. She full on speaks English as her first language.
Correct. She
Yes.
is acting like a soap opera actress. And
Yes.
she said that he's different in person. And he's like, oh, yeah, she is different in person.
So they basically both sent better pictures of each other, of
They
themselves
didn't.
to each other.
Whatever. It's fine. You knew that her photos were filtered. I think she's cute, but she's an actress.
I think she's way cute.
Okay. They're eating an empanada. They sit and talk. No translation app.
Right.
She said that he's taking it much more seriously than her. And yada, yada, yada. He hugs her goodbye. She looks
but
like
she wished she was dead at that point.
Right. But this is a paid actress.
See, I don't know if I think it's a paid actress. I just think it was a girl who doesn't give a shit about him. She didn't think he would actually come.
She speaks English all the way. So do you think it was a girl that is scamming him in Peru?
Okay, I don't know exactly what I think. I don't know if I think it's just an actress though. Like I think there's a little more behind it. I think this is a girl he was talking to.
Right.
This isn't a girl that has put any effort or thought into this relationship.
She just decides to meet him
about this.
But so then why'd she meet him? She just decides to meet him at the restaurant.
Right. Well, okay. So then I'm watching this and I'm like, she showed up an hour late. But like, did the producers tell her it's an hour later? You know what I mean? Like, did they purposely do the conflict to have him waiting there?
I guess. I don't know. This really just didn't seem.
It's all weird. Yeah.
It's very, very, very weird. I think she's a paid actress. She's acting like how bad you watch soap operas. We used to watch soap operas when we were younger. And the actors on soap operas a lot of times are very, very bad.
Over the top.
And that's what she was acting like. And also, I will say this. Her Spanish was very slow and very simple, because I'm going to tell you how I know that. I understood everything she said.
Right. I agree. I don't think it's almost like Spanish isn't her first language. It's her second language.
Or third or fourth or fifth. Like I'll say this, like I took Spanish for 800 years in school.
Yes.
I don't really know that much at all. When Ximena speaks,
you're well traveled to Cancun.
Right. I went to Cancun that one time. When Ximena speaks, I don't know not even a little bit of what she says. She speaks so quickly. When this girl spoke, she was using phrases like she was like, hola, ¿dónde está el baño?
Right.
That's how she was speaking Spanish with no accent.
Yeah.
And she was speaking to him in English.
She was speaking to him in like full on just how we're speaking English. Yes.
Oh God. It was very, very, very weird.
Yes. Agreed. I don't know what's gonna happen with this. Probably nothing. He's probably not going to see her again on this trip. It's probably over now.
I don't know. I want to know the real backstory. We need to get the tea on this. If you guys want to follow some of the inside scoop, go to 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Follow the podcast there. And you can follow me and Noelle. You can follow Noelle at Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And I'm at Trixie Tuzini, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And make sure you go to tracycarnazzo.com for all of my upcoming show dates and everything podcast related. And all of our merch is there too.
All of it. And we have some fun stickers.
We do. And we have new pop sockets coming.
I'm so excited.
Not yet, though.
Soon.
Give us a 5-star rating and an amazing review because you love us. Okay, bye.
Bye.